if you think modern death metal is extreme, stick around because we're going to talk about 5 bands that rewrite the definition of what it means to be brutal death metal. And stay to the end because I have a fun fact for you guys that you probably didn't know. If you're new here, my name is Storm Raven. I talk about metal and metal adjacent lifestyle topics. So if you're interested in that, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. So the first band I have here is called Lust of Decay. I'm kind of holding it weird because I'm not sure if I'll get banned from showing it because it's definitely got some titties in the front there. And I love brutal death metal. I really do. And I bought this album without really knowing a ton about the band. I mean, my husband listened to them, but I hadn't really checked them out yet. And I have a fun story for you guys. So it was when I worked as a seamstress sewing like leather furniture. I was pulling out at the end of the day at work, put this in my car, crank it completely up. No idea what's coming, which is a porno intro, in case you're wondering. And I'm really surprised I didn't get called into HR over that one. So glad I didn't get fired. But yeah, check them out. They're from North Carolina and just really good, gory, brutal death metal. Next up, we have Severe Torture. Again, kind of holding it weird and not trying to show the whole thing, but this is a really cool album. It's called Bloodletting, and it's actually a compilation of like all of their tunes or whatever. They are a Dutch death metal band, and this is really good stuff. Very gory. I'm not gonna even read some of the song titles, to be quite honest. It really falls into the category of like exploitive death metal, if you will, if that's even a thing. Like imagine the movie. Nope, can't say that title either. I was going to compare it to like a really horrific exploitive horror movie because that's kind of what this is like, right? But for your ears. So if you're into that kind of thing, like horror, gore, this will be right up your alley. Next, we have a band that is extremely close to my heart. And this album in particular is close to my heart because my husband got it for me as a Christmas present, but it's Necrophagia. And the album is Death Trip 69, and it's really cool because if you look, it's like blood, and you can kind of like move the blood around a little bit. This one is a little dry, unfortunately. It used to move around like a lot better. But I really, really like this song because their song Trick or Treat is actually a tribute to Peter Steele because they were really good friends. And what's cool about Peter Steele, a lot of people don't realize, is he was friends with some like real cool motherfuckers like Dimebag Darrell and, you know, Killjoy were like his best friends. Rest in peace, Killjoy. I was so sad when he passed because I didn't get the opportunity to go and see them live. In fact, I had turned it down a couple of months before his passing, and so I was really upset, but love me some Necrophagia. Kind of going into that somewhat sort of is Wurduluk, and Killjoy actually did the vocals and wrote the lyrics to this album. It's blurred for a reason. They put a slip sleeve over it. I'm gonna try and show and be as racy as much as I can without like getting in trouble or blinding you guys with my ring light. That's it. So obviously you kind of know what that's about, but you know, other than the gore factor, another thing that makes this album really cool is just how good it is, right? It makes me want to like learn to play drums, to be quite honest, because the aggression in those drums is so heart pounding and just really grabs you. But I will say this next band really does a good job of that as well. So they're from Australia. And they're called Abramelin, and ironically this also has a slip sleeve. I haven't looked at this in a long time. The album's called Never Enough Snuff, so we're gonna look at it together, or peek, so I don't get banned from YouTube. Fun fact about them that I promised you guys, they actually used to be called Acheron back in 1988 when they formed, and they changed their name so not to be confused with like the real Acheron, who I love so much. We are huge Acheron fans in this household. So let's look. I mean, I definitely can't show you that. I definitely can't show that on camera. But just use your imagination or Google it. it goes without saying, if you are someone that does not like gore, this doesn't resonate with you, or it's offensive to you in some way, don't Google it. I personally really like gore. I am starting to be able to watch it again in my horror. When you actually, I did, and I think I may have explained this to you guys in a different video, but when you actually see someone die in front of you, that happened to me, it was very gory and traumatic. And so, like, not even consciously, I just would like put something on like that, like I always would, like a horror movie, and couldn't sit through it. Just kind of fucked up in the head. But now I can, and it's exciting because I can listen to all my gory music and watch my horror movies now, and my brain knows how to separate that from reality. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!